You packed your medications exactly like last year. Original bottles, prescription labels, doctor's letter. You did everything right, right? Wrong. You just paid $600 for your ticket, followed every rule, and could still miss boarding. A 72-year-old diabetic spent 2 hours detained at Dallas-Fort Worth. She had perfect documentation and still missed her daughter's wedding. After speaking with retired TSA supervisors, I uncovered the truth. 8 common senior medications are now triggering automatic detention. Number 2 is 60% of travelers over 65. I'm counting down all 8, the exact phrases that get you through, and why TSA changed the rules without telling you. Let's jump in. Here's how this works. For each medication type, I'm giving you 4 things. The gotcha, what's actually happening. Why it matters now, the real reason behind the change. The trap, how good people get caught. And your 30-second fix, including the exact words to say at security. Look for rule of thumb for quick memory, insider move for advanced tactics, and senior safe to know you're protected. We're going 8 down to 1, worst to absolute worst. Number 8, over-the-counter pain relievers in bulk. Okay, let's start with something that seems totally harmless, your everyday pain relievers. Here's what the TSA doesn't advertise. If you're carrying large quantities of common medications like Tylenol, Advil, or aspirin, especially if they're not in original packaging, you're getting flagged. A 68-year-old retiree flying from Phoenix had 200 Advil tablets in a Ziploc bag. She'd bought them in bulk to save money and transferred them to save space. The TSA pulled her aside for 30 minutes because the quantity looked suspicious. Now, I get it. You're thinking, it's just Advil. But here's the problem. TSA's systems can't tell the difference between your legitimate bulk purchase and something more serious. If it looks unusual, they investigate. So here's what you do. Only pack what you need, maybe 10 to 15 pills max. Keep them in original bottles or blister packs. Need more? Put extras in checked luggage. When asked, say, these are over-the-counter pain relievers in original packaging. Rule of thumb, original labeling beats organizers every time. Insider move, photograph the box panels showing drug facts. Agents can verify at a glance. And those cute little pill organizers, TSA hates them for over-the-counter stuff. Original packaging wins every time. Now, if you think that's strict, wait until you hear what they're doing with something even more common. Number 7. Powdered supplements over 12 ounces. Your daily fiber supplement. Yeah, I'm serious. TSA has a strict 12-ounce limit on any powder in your carry-on. That means fiber like Metamucil, protein powder, collagen, electrolytes, even coffee creamer. But here's the kicker. They've expanded what counts as powder. Last year, your fiber might have sailed through. This year, they're opening containers, testing samples, running chemical analysis on anything granular. A retired nurse from Tampa spent 45 minutes in secondary screening over her daily fiber powder. It was legal, labeled, and she'd flown with it dozens of times. It didn't matter. Look, I know this feels ridiculous, but here's how you beat it. Keep each container under 12 ounces. Put powders in a separate bin, just like your laptop. And when they ask, say this: these are my daily supplements, each under 12 ounces, labeled for screening. Rule of thumb, under 12 ounces per container equals smoother screening. Insider move, ship bulk powders ahead or buy at your destination. Every powder you remove speeds up your screening. But powders aren't the only liquids causing problems. Let me show you the mistake that's costing people hundreds of dollars. And before that, hear the 30-second declaration that saves you an hour. Before you reach the TSA line, do this. Step 1, pull out all liquid medications, anything over 3.4 ounces. Step 2, place them in a clear, separate bag on top of your carry-on. Step 3, when you reach the officer, say, I have medically necessary liquids over 3.4 ounces to declare. That's it. 3 steps, 30 seconds, 0 delays. Write that phrase down right now. Seriously, pause this video and write it in your phone notes. You'll thank me at the airport. All right, back to the countdown. Number 6. Liquid medications without proper declaration. Most people think the 3-1-1 rule is simple. It's not for medications in 2025. Here's what changed. Medically necessary liquids can exceed 3.4 ounces, but only if you declare them before screening. That means liquid antibiotics, cough syrup, large eye drops, anything over 3.4 ounces must be announced. A 70-year-old heart patient had her liquid nitroglycerin confiscated at Boston because she didn't declare it. The agent thought it was a regular beverage. She missed her flight and paid $280 for an emergency prescription in Miami. Listen, the TSA used to let this slide. Not anymore. They're cracking down and you're the one paying for it. So here's the fix. Before you reach security, separate all liquid meds. When you get to the checkpoint, say this exact phrase: I have medically necessary liquids over 3.4 ounces to declare. Rule of thumb: declare first, bin second. Insider move: keep meds in pharmacy containers with your name visible for faster verification. Don't just toss them in the bin and hope. Proactive declaration is your friend here. And speaking of declaration, there's one medication type that absolutely requires documentation or you're not flying. Number 5. Injectable medications without documentation. Your insulin, EpiPens, or any injectable medication. This is the change grounding more seniors than anything else. TSA now requires proof of medical necessity for injectables. That means original pharmacy labels, a doctor's letter, or printed prescription paperwork. No proof? They can confiscate it. A 68-year-old diabetic showed up in Atlanta with 3 months of insulin in a travel cooler. The labels had worn off from condensation. TSA detained him for 90 minutes. He missed his daughter's wedding rehearsal. I know this feels invasive. You've managed your condition for years. Why prove it to a stranger? But that's 2025. Here's what you do. Keep injectables in original packaging with labels visible. Carry a one-page doctor's letter listing everything. Include your doctor's contact information. At security, say, I'm traveling with injectable medication and syringes for a medical condition. I have documentation. Rule of thumb: no label, no go, bring the letter. Insider move: photograph every prescription label before you leave. Digital backup has saved countless trips. Now, any injectables need labels, but there's another medication format where labels actually make things worse. Those weekly pill organizers everyone uses. And this one? It cost a grandmother her entire Thanksgiving. She did everything the packaging told her to do. She followed the instructions on the box, and the TSA still detained her for 2 hours. Don't let this be you. Here's what actually happened. Number 4. Unlabeled pills in daily organizers. Here's the brutal truth. Most seniors love those little compartments for each day. Convenient, practical, and the TSA absolutely hates them. Why? When pills aren't in original bottles, they can't verify what they are. And in 2025, they're not taking chances. A retired teacher had her organizer confiscated in Chicago. 7 medications, all legally prescribed but unlabeled. TSA spent 2 hours verifying each pill with her pharmacy. She missed her flight. The confusion? These organizers are marketed as TSA friendly, but TSA's actual policy says original containers whenever possible. So here's your workaround. Use the organizer for convenience, but bring original bottles too. Or just photograph the labels: name, medication, dosage, doctor. If questioned, say, these are my daily medications. Here are the original prescription labels for verification. Rule of thumb: organizer plus labels equals pass. The organizer alone equals a problem. Insider move: use small labeled pill bags that show your name, med, and dosage. For controlled substances like pain meds, always original bottles, no exceptions. Okay, organizers are tricky, but there's one product category that's even more confusing because the rules change depending on where you're flying. Number 3, CBD and hemp-based products. CBD, and this one's a minefield. Even though CBD is legal in many states, TSA follows federal law. Federally, still a gray area. A 73-year-old with arthritis had her CBD pain cream confiscated in Denver, despite buying it legally in Colorado. The agent said, "We can't verify the THC content, so it can't go through." Here's the problem. TSA can confiscate CBD if it's not clearly labeled 0% THC, and most products don't have that exact wording. Oils, creams, gummies, capsules, all getting flagged, even with a doctor's recommendation. So here's your strategy. Only fly with products clearly labeled 0% THC. Keep original packaging. International, don't bring CBD at all. It's illegal in many countries. If you must carry it, say, this product is labeled 0% THC. Here's the original packaging. Rule of thumb: when in doubt, don't fly with CBD, ship, or buy there. Insider move: search your product name plus destination country before you pack. If CBD appears, leave it home. Honestly, if you rely on CBD for pain, ship it ahead or buy at your destination. It's not worth missing your flight. Now, CBD is confusing because of federal versus state law. But there's another medication format that's confusing because most people don't even realize it's restricted. Number 2, aerosol medications and sprays. Aerosol medications. And I'm not talking about inhalers. Those are fine. I'm talking about larger aerosol cans, topical pain sprays, medicated sprays, aerosol ointments. If they exceed 3.4 ounces, they're being flagged. A 70-year-old with chronic back pain had her 6-ounce prescription lidocaine spray confiscated at LAX. She'd flown with it for 3 years. The new rules kicked in and she had no idea. She spent her entire vacation in pain. Here's what changed. TSA used to allow larger aerosol meds with a prescription label. Now they treat them like regular liquids. 3.4 ounces max unless declared. So check your sizes before you pack. Over 3.4 ounces, 2 options. Checked luggage or declare as medically necessary. If you carry it on, say, I have a medically necessary aerosol medication over 3.4 ounces. I have the prescription label. Rule of thumb, 3.4 ounces or smaller sails through. Larger must be declared or checked. Insider move. Ask your pharmacist for the travel size, usually 2 or 3 ounces. Sails right through. All right, aerosols are tricky, but nothing, and I mean nothing, causes more confusion than this final category. Number 1. Compounded or custom medications without pharmacy documentation. Compounded medications. Custom prescriptions made specifically for you. These are being flagged at record rates. Why? The labels look different. Handwritten, non-standard formats. TSA agents aren't familiar with them. A retired couple had custom hormone creams confiscated because the labels looked homemade. They had prescriptions, doctor's orders, didn't matter. TSA said the packaging didn't meet standards. They paid $600 for urgent care at their destination. This one really gets me. You're doing everything right, working with a specialized pharmacy, following doctor's orders, and the system punishes you. Here's your complete strategy. Bring a letter from your compounding pharmacy or doctor explaining the medication and confirming it's legitimate. Keep it in the original container with the pharmacy's label and contact info visible. Say this is a compounded prescription from a licensed pharmacy. I have documentation from my doctor and pharmacist. Rule of thumb, compounded equals bring the letter. Insider move. Call TSA Cares 72 hours before your flight. They'll arrange for an officer trained in medical screening. This eliminates 90% of confusion. That single call has saved countless trips. Alright, you just learned the 8 medication types TSA is flagging in 2025. Let me give you your 3-step survival plan. Write this down. Step 1. Photograph every prescription label before you travel. Digital backup is your insurance policy. Step 2. Pack declarable together, liquids, injectables, compounded meds, and place them on top of your carry-on for easy access. Step 3. Print one doctor's letter listing all prescriptions, injectables, and doses. Include your doctor's contact information. Do these 3 things and you'll breeze through security while everyone else is getting detained. Here's your fast, end-to-end flow at the airport. Separate liquid meds, powders, and injectables at home. Place them on top of your carry-on. At the checkpoint, say, I'm declaring medically necessary liquids and injectable medications. Labels and documentation are here. Hand over your doctor's letter. Move on. That's it. 30 seconds. Zero drama. Now, knowing these medication rules won't matter if you show up at the wrong time. Most seniors make a critical mistake about when to arrive at the airport, and it's costing them their flights. So watch this next video right here about why 2 hours early isn't enough for seniors anymore. It shows exactly when to arrive based on your airport and whether you're carrying medications. So this week's changes don't cost you your flight. Don't miss it and let bad timing ruin your trip after you've done everything else right. See you there.